Guys, welcome back. We are here with a new video today for more trade rumours, more AFL trade rumours. We've already done one this year. We did it all the way through last year, and we are back taking a look at a couple more trade rumours, cutting through all the crap, see who is what we believe is true, what we believe is completely false, which are most of them, of course, but joined by my brother, my podcast co-host, as always for these trade videos. So, you ready to hear some trade rumours?
Yeah, let's just get straight into it because pretty sure there's a lot of crap ones at the moment.
Well, first we'll start off with the free agents that are unsigned at this moment. So there's a couple that have not been re-signed. We've got Hugh McCluggage, Paddy Dangerfield, Ainsworth, Blake Hardwick, Zerha, Will Hayward, and Tim English. Those are the main ones. Out of them, there's been a little bit of talk about Will Hayward potentially staying now at Sydney. They've offered him an extra year. They were offering him 4. Now they've gone up to 5. I feel like the only one on that list that's, I think, the biggest to go would probably be Cam Zerha.
Yeah, I think he's the only one that's going to go.
Yeah, we got McCluggage. I think they're offering him more money now.
They're offering him 7 years, I think.
Yeah, so I don't think he's going anywhere. They got Ben Ainsworth. He could go, but there is reports that he's got a 4-year deal in front of him. I think that's enough to keep him there. I don't think I don't think he's getting anything like that anywhere else. Hardwick. That's an interesting one. I think he'd have to be paid a lot. But, I mean, if he went to a decent club as a small forward, I mean, he's shown this year he can play a very good role, and that's definitely hard to come by. And Tim English, that's probably another one that's 50... I wouldn't say it's 50-50. I still think he's going to stay. The big talk's been around a lot of WA clubs looking at him and early on because he is from WA. And I don't really know if he will go there now because they've got enough ruck stocks, both of those teams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he did go, he'd have to go to Victoria.
I think he's pretty settled there at the Dogs anyway.
I think a lot of these trade rumours spiral from wanting to get more pay, so they throw out a couple of extra, like, come on, oh, maybe I'll go. Fine, here's another extra $100,000, and they're like, okay, fine, I guess I'll stay. But yeah, out of all of those free agents, I don't think there's going to be a lot of much in the free agency market this year. But the other one is Patrick Dangerfield. I guess that's where we're going to start off with. So the rumour came out recently that Mitch Cleary said that the Crows are potentially looking at Paddy Dangerfield. Now, we've already heard Paddy Dangerfield come out and outright say it's not true. So that's not the reason why we're bringing it up. The reason why we're bringing it up is because that just clearly shows that there is a lot of fake ones and a lot of ones that are just got no evidence whatsoever.
Yeah.
So that one, I laughed at it as soon as it came out. Everyone laughed at it.
Everyone.
So the first real trade rumour or player movement is Sean Darcy. They do believe that Sean Darcy will be playing for Geelong in 2025 as the Cats do need a ruckman, basically, to replace the likes of Stanley. I think this does have some sort of merit to it because of obviously we saw last year, but he just signed a pretty decent deal at Fremantle. So it would be pretty crap from them to just lose him after a year.
It's very possible it could happen, but there's so many loopholes and contract negotiations that would have to go through for him to leave, and it could be another Brodie Grundy deal.
Luke Jackson is a lot better player when he's playing salt ruck, let's be honest, and they can't lose Luke Jackson, so the logical reasoning would be that Sean Darcy would be pushed out. But why wouldn't they have done that last year when there was a chance to get rid of him?
Yeah.
Another one here is, again from a rumour from last year, which nearly came to be, was Elliot Himmelberg. It does seem that the Giants are still watching him. We've seen him play a couple of games this year. He's been in and out of the side. I think this is definitely a possibility. I think that last year the Crows were pushing hard for Mabior Chol and didn't get him, so they thought that they had to hold Elliot Himmelberg. I think there's a little bit of merit to it because his brother does play at the GWS Giants, of course. What do you think about this one?
I think the Crows would not be stupid to get rid of him, but the fact is that he is around the 22 most weeks, but the thing is he can't lock down the spot, and they keep throwing up people like Gallant and
those
and
two are
Burgess,
basically fighting for that third.
Burgess
Yeah, those three are
at the
basically fighting for that third.
Yeah, because Fogarty pretty much established himself there most weeks. Walker, he's coming to the end of his career, so there probably is a spot there for him. So the Crows might maybe be paying a bit overs to keep him if they want to, but they'll be asking the Giants for a lot more.
The thing is, though, that Riley Thilthorpe is also an option there too.
Yeah, and
so
he's
obviously injured at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's another talking point about the Crows. They've already got, 3 forwards that they'd like to throw through there at the moment. Yeah, so I think that's another interesting one. I think that's another, could happen, but at this stage, the Giants would have to pay a lot of overs, I think, just to get him in. After that, this is another one from Mitch Cleary. So again, you take this one with a huge grain of salt. Like Tom Morris. Yes, we're going to have Tom Morris mentioned in for the week. Let's go. Anyway, Tyson Stengle has been linked to a couple of clubs. So there is Essendon and St Kilda who are interested in the unrestricted free agent. Now, he's an unrestricted free agent because he got delisted, I believe. So if you come back into the system, you can then go.
Yeah.
I think it's like similar to James Jordan last year, got to go to Sydney. He does say, though, that he does expect him to stay at the Cats, and I do tend to agree here.
Yeah. I expect him to stay. I don't think there's any reason for him to leave at the moment. He's playing back to the premiership year.
Yeah, All Australian form he had in 2022.
Yeah.
And I think that also they gave him a lifeline of his career.
Yeah.
So I think that when there's a chance here, I think that you show them the faith here. But again, he's unrestricted free agent, so he hasn't signed just yet. Again, I think this is a lot more of a manager. Look, just hold on a little bit, all right? We'll get you some extra cash.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's like, I just want a fucking bigger cut. That's what it is. Anyway, after that, probably the biggest money one that we'll see in this video is Jacob Weitering. He has been offered massive amounts of money, $1.5 million per season on an 8-year deal to join St Kilda, obviously from Carlton. This is from Sam McClure. Grain of salt, as we always say with these. Carlton are very confident that he will stay at Carlton. That would be such a bitch slap to fucking St Kilda. If he was like, oh, bro, I'd rather take half my money than go to St Kilda.
Yeah.
It does show that these sort of clubs like St Kilda and North Melbourne, that the lesser Victorian clubs, they have to pay so much to get a big player like this. If he had a premiership under his belt, I think he would definitely take it. But with no premiership, St Kilda aren't anywhere near it. By the comparison of Carlton, I don't think he goes.
I don't think he goes. Even with the money that would be life-changing for him, I don't think he goes.
Let's be honest as well. Carlton wouldn't be paying him nothing either.
No,
He'd probably be one of the highest paid defenders in the comp anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's going to necessarily sway him at this stage. Another one here is one that we actually forgot to talk about in our last trade video, which was Bailey Smith. So there's reports going around that the Western Bulldogs have sent messages out to players to no longer have any sort of publicity with Bailey Smith. Well, I feel like that's crap. I don't think that's the case. I mean, he was at the game a couple of weeks ago, so I don't think that's the case. But, of course, there's a lot of rumours circulating about Collingwood, Essendon, and Geelong and Hawthorn as a potential option. This is one that I will say that this looks likely at this stage. Yeah. Just because this is also the Bulldogs' wrongdoing too. I mean, not the injury, but the fact that they didn't play him through the midfield when they had the chance. He could have been one of the integral midfielders of their team, which they were expecting him to be this year, but he should have been there the last couple of years in their midfield group. This is probably the biggest one I would say is out of this video that I'd say is a pretty big yes at this stage.
Yeah, I think he's gone. I think he's already walked. He's pretty much walking out the door, and Cats and the Hawks are really looking at him really hard.
If you had to pick a club right now that he would head to, or staying at Western Bulldogs, where would you say?
I think if it was me, I'd be going to Hawthorn. A lot of people would say, you should just go to Geelong. But
I think Collingwood are the front runners here. I think 100% Collingwood.
Yeah, I think
he's also got a very good friendship with the Dacos brother. Well, Nick Dacos, I believe. He's seen quite a lot on social media with them. I think Collingwood are the front runners here at the moment.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I still think that if it's me, I'd be going to Hawthorn, then Geelong, then probably Collingwood. But that's just me. I'm not saying that they're Hawthorn's the front runners.
I think no matter what, if any of these whichever Victorian club he goes to, they know that they've got to potentially be the best midfielder in the game in a couple of years. Just chuck him in there, let him go to work, and he'll show you something.
Yeah,
I think he's a very underused midfielder at the Western Bulldogs, and they only have themselves to blame if he wants to leave at this point.
Yeah.
Anyway, one more player that I want to talk about here is Davies-Uniacke. So we talked a little bit about him in the last video, but only more about how St Kilda were looking for a big fish. Now that's still the case, and they're looking maybe at Davies-Uniacke. Very interesting report here. It does say from Jay Clark. He has said that the free agent next year, he goes out of contract. It seriously could be a $13 to $15 million offer from St Kilda. Now, we know that St Kilda have a lot of money. That's obvious when we talk about Jacob Weitering. But he is not worth... I mean, I'm assuming this is on, let's say, 10 years at the very least. So that's $1.3 to $1.5 million. I don't think he's worth that much.
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, that's if it's 10 years as well. So, I mean, if it's 9 years, it's even more money a year.
Yeah.
So, we're saying that on a 10-year deal. Take the money, Luke. Take the money.
If you're getting that money, you're going.
Take the money, son. I mean, you're playing for a nobody Melbourne club anyway. You might as well go play for the second no-name Victorian club and earn the bank.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. If you're getting that much, you just say, see you later.
See you later, Kangas. I'll be fucking down at Moorabbin. Anyway, there's also another talk as well that the Adelaide Crows are set to go for Luke Davies-Uniacke as well. I think this is actually a good get for Adelaide. They've got the likes of Matt Crouch, Rory Laird in there as like runt midfielders as well, but they do lack a little bit of depth through that midfield area. So I think that's one thing, because I think their defence has really shown a lot of promise this year, the Crows, and their forward line's obviously been their best line for a while. But their midfield, they're kind of trying to chuck a few kids through there, like Jake Saligo, which has been good, but they're also chucking like Rochelle in there and Rankin, and I feel like they're a lot more dangerous up forward. Yeah. So I feel like Davies-Uniacke, if they could get him to the Crows, that'd be a big deal for him.
Yeah, I think
big deal for them. Sorry.
Yeah, I think the fact is that like you get. Yeah, it's good to have the Rochelles and Rankins in the midfield. For me, you want them to be the impact players for like 10 minutes a quarter.
Yeah.
5-10 minutes a quarter.
Yeah, you don't want them being... You don't want them having 20 CBAs in a game.
No.
You want them having maybe 1 or 2 a quarter, but then making their most damage in the forward line.
Yeah, because you want them in the forward stoppages, I think, because that's when they would get their best work done. They can roam and just do what they want, really.
Yeah.
At their best. So I think that's what you want, and I think Davies-Uniacke would fit their style.
Yeah. If St Kilda are offering him that much money, though,
the
Crows would have to be offering him at least $1 million to even consider going to Adelaide. Yeah, that's pretty much all the trade rumours and that we have for this video, guys. We'll probably be doing these once a month or so make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're also doing the video essays on the channel. We've seen so much growth over the past, 2 months. It's been absolutely crazy. I think we've gone from like 300 subscribers to over 1,000, which is insane. So we do really appreciate the support. So thank you so much. Make sure to let us know down below about different trade rumours and stuff if you believe that they have some merit to them, if you believe that they are completely false. Make sure to let us know. Again, these are all trade rumours, so just take them with a grain of salt, of course. They may all be absolute bullshit. We don't get paid to make them up. But I mean, if you want to pay us to make up some fake trade rumours, I'm sure we could come up with some pretty interesting ones. I mean, I thought we could spin some bull crap. That'd be exciting.
Yeah, that's our specialty.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for listening as well. We will put this up on Spotify, so if you're over there, make sure to leave us 5 stars and make sure to follow so you're notified on the podcast, which we put out every single week. The review, which we put out every single Sunday or Monday, depending on when the last game is. And, of course, the trade videos we're putting out. Towards the end of the year as well, we'll be trying to put these out nearly weekly. That's what we kind of did last year as well, which was, trying to keep everyone up to date with the different trade rumours and, cutting through all the crap, basically. Anyway, that's all from us, guys. So I guess we'll catch you all in the next one.
Thanks, guys. See you later.